Okay, so Coos County District Attorney Victim Witness Advocate Program failed duty. This is back in December of 2025. It's January 29th, 2026, and we're going to file another lawsuit as soon as Sammy gets out of court. The 94-year-old, which would be still abusing, harassing, and terrorizing. So that means she's violating something. She's violating me. I rent there, and I can't even go back to where I pay rent to. And again, being a disabled person, she hit me with a 10-pound bag of flour thrown overhand, hit me in the pacemaker.
I'm gonna stop you right there. And I don't mean any disrespect, but at this particular moment, I don't want you to tell me anything about the offenses. Otherwise, I don't want you to tell me that. I'm an attorney, so those are things I can't hear at this point.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, so I understand where you're coming from. Certainly, can be frustrating to see defendants. I'm assuming they were previously held and now they've been released. It's not my case. They're not my cases. However, what I am doing is I'm writing the information down. My victim witness coordinator is not in the office today.
All right. Thank you.
So I'm writing down your information, and I will send her email as well in case she's monitoring that. And what is the best contact? I have in front of me a 207-924. If at any point you feel that, and this may already be the case, I don't know because it's not I don't have the cases, it's not my file. But at any point you believe that a crime has been committed by these two during the course of their release, I would strongly encourage you to call I'm assuming the state police are prosecuting this?
Yes, it was, it was the state police Troop F and Berlin responded.
Okay. And where are you located, ma'am? Where do you live?
I live at 654 Bog Road, B-O-G Road, Stratford, and I had to leave there. Because I was threatened before they even came through the door. They were screaming, hollering, and carrying on their threats.
Have you called the state police?
Yes, I did. I spoke with, and I also relayed all of my conversations to the captain of Troop F, as well as I called Concord and made them very well aware at the Department of Safety. Vincent Greco has declined to contact me back. I also called the police academy to make them aware, Major Bailey aware, that these troopers are not doing their jobs. They're not properly investigating. And somebody at that courthouse somebody is responsible for me being out of my residence due to being victimized again. And now again, I have a pacemaker. And that means I've got a disability, a heart condition, and it heightens the intensity of the case. I've got filed lawsuits, Crossan versus State of New Hampshire, for similar situations like this, and I'm going to amend my filings in Concord because of this. And I want everybody to be made aware of that. These cases were filed January 2nd, 2025. Crossan versus State of New Hampshire, the Attorney General, the Governor, and the State Police. And I will further my charges against them and amend filed orders to all the distress and punitive damages included. So I'm asking that somebody contact me because we're going on almost a month now. And no domestic witness victim advocate, nobody has contacted me. And that's another violation of my rights. And I want to mind you, I teach the Constitution, so I know my rights.
I hear what you're saying. I have the information written down here. And as I already said, Erin Coulter, the victim witness coordinator, she's not in the office today.
Okay, thank you.
If she was in the office, I would have already directed your call to her.
I trust you.
However, so I hear what you're saying. I appreciate the phone call. I am aware that the cases were bound over.
Okay.
And like I said, though, they're not assigned to me personally, so I can't comment on everything you're telling me. Other than I do hear your stress here and your distress about that. That makes perfect sense to me.
Well, and who else? Who else could I contact? Or should I wait for the victim advocate? Because I have the police never.
This is the right number to contact.
Okay.
Right.
I have shared evidence that the police never came to listen to or look at, and it's 13 minutes of the, being threatened, being told they're going to kill us, being told that they're going to have us locked up in Concord, all kinds of crazy stuff, these women. So they really ought to be looking at Concord themselves, having an evaluation, and I want that noted.
I understand that. There's only so many things that I can do, though.
Right.
And at the county attorney's office, we do have the files. I recognize their names, and so what I will do is I will make sure my victim witness coordinator contacts you.
Okay.
Regarding what the state police are doing or police standards and training and other individuals. I have no authority or say over them. However, I will note here that you have been in contact with the state police, and you may have more evidence of the crimes that have been committed against you. And I will put that in here.
Several witnesses that were there to see it happen as well.
Okay, crimes and evidence.
Yep, and DHHS. There was a DHHS worker that showed up, and Floribel, the 94-year-old, the other victim, she told DHHS and the state trooper the day before this incident took place. She told them about Wendy trying to feed her a pill, a psychiatric pill that was prescribed to Wendy. I've got pictures of it. I've got the threats all on the house recording from the monitor. I cannot accept evidence of crime. So I'm writing down the best way to make sure that as soon as people are available, we can reach out to you, and my victim witness coordinator can direct you with that information. Okay, I appreciate you very much.
I know you have a lot on your mind. I know you have a lot on there, but I'm coming. I can only help you with very specific.
No, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for even listening to me.
I've got your phone number. I have the information, and I just make sure I spelled your last name correctly. Howes.
Correct.
Okay, and also they may have you listed as Crosson, Crosson.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, so I have this here. I'm going to leave the message, and I'm going to send her an email, so she has two things coming in the office. And is there a best time for her to contact you? Like, is there a time of day or something like that?
No. My phone is always usable because it's a monitor from my pacemaker.
Okay, so I will say this. It is the holidays, as you know, and I'm sure as soon as she comes in on Monday, she'll have to work through a pile of stuff. So if you don't hear from her Monday, I wouldn't be stressed about it, but I imagine you'll hear from either Monday or Tuesday. She is pretty good about getting back to people, and we'll go from there. If obviously you don't hear from anybody at that point, reach out again. But I will stress, if a new crime has been committed, you have two choices. One, contact the law enforcement authorities with that. And then second, if you are, as it sounds like so far, I can't provide you legal advice, but if you feel that you are in danger or their release is putting you in danger, you can go to the local district court and either move for a stalking petition or some sort of stalking order to be put in place as a further deterrent for them to have contact with you. Whether or not you want to do that is up to you, but
no, I do want to do that. I received paperwork to do that before they got arrested, and she went through the vehicle that I was driving, and all of my federal paperwork, all my federal filings, everything has been destroyed by this woman. My vehicle was destroyed, vandalized, and this all leads up to multiple reports were made before this arrest to the police, and they did nothing. And not just by me, but by other people throughout the several months. There were multiple reports made to police about these two individuals that finally got arrested and charged with something. But had they listened before, just like the murder in Berlin, had the cops listened before and the judge would have done his job then, that woman wouldn't have been another victim, and she wouldn't be dead from the Mexican restaurant. That's all I got to say. But I understand
that, ma'am. So let me send this information along to them, And like I said, at any point you feel like you're in direct danger, call the police immediately. Otherwise, be ready for Monday or Tuesday for Aaron to reach out to you, okay?
All right. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
With a 94-year-old, which...
Again, that is Coos County Victims Witness Advocate Attorney. And no, the Victim Witness Advocate did not contact. Leading up to days and days gone by, all of a sudden, the Vermont State Police, they got nothing to do with anything other than Jeffrey Noyce feeding New Hampshire State Police and the assailants with a lot of criminal activity, ways to do it, and how to get around it. And I firmly believe that Jeffrey Noyce, and I know William Eugene Asher, is behind this. So, I will make sure that Holderness, everybody listens to this, and I'm going to drop a copy of it on a dummy phone right to the District Attorney Victim Witness Advocate's office.